what's good, everybody? Joey J. Ping checking in live, man. RespectMyRegion.com. We're here on another episode of the California Cannabis Podcast. Our episode today brought to you guys by SparksCan.com, a really good marketing agency that helps you guys with weed maps, Leafly, Yelp reviews, brands, retailers. They will grow your revenue, deals, free features, free audit if you take a meeting. But that's our sponsor. Today's episode, though, is not about them. We have the CEO, the founder, one of the partners, one of the original dog, if not the only original dog that exists in Presidential. They are a blunt brand, the number one blunt brand in America. That's probably the worst introduction I've ever given you, to be honest. I feel like that was the worst selection of words, man. I apologize for that. We've done so many conversations together, and that was probably the worst one. But this is my guy, man. Everett, I appreciate you being on the show today. Presidential has grown so much since we first met. I remember meeting you, I want to say, at a 2017 High Times Cup. I always tell this story briefly. I remember seeing the packaging and saying, this looks so much like the Swisher Group meets the Blunts. And I was like, I fucking love everything about this. Like, I want to support you. I've been following the brand ever since. Legalized weed happened, and we have stayed connected. Or I was managed. No, and then I met you again in person at Rez at Litco, which Litco no longer exists. It's shut down. I met you there in person at Litco, RIP. And we've been rocking with each other for probably, I think that's now either 4 years or 5 years. So, man, it's a pleasure to have you on the show finally. It's a pleasure to see you again. We're going to be rocking on an event here at Hall of Flowers. But today, let's talk a little bit about your guys' national takeover. I call it the Presidential Takeover.
Absolutely, bro. I love it. But we go back to the beginning. I'm the co-founder and the co-CEO of Presidential. I gotta give love to my partner, John Zapp. That's my dog. We've been doing it.
Perfect. Okay.
So, but yes, Presidential Takeover, man. We're in California, we're in Nevada, we're in Arizona, we're in Michigan, we're launching in Washington, we're launching in New York. So yeah, man, we're moving and grooving.
Let's go, man. That's so exciting. And it's crazy because I've known you since before the launch of Rec. We met again at the beginning of it. The market has gone up and up and up with the COVID and the panic buying all the way through stimulus checks. And then it crashed so hard numerous times since then. And with so many dispensaries available for sale, not paying their bills. We have an episode at a previous Hall of Flowers dedicated to standing on business and paying your bills and COD only. Remember that?
I do remember that, yes.
And we were selling weed there for a little bit of time. We're no longer doing that right now. We're focusing on the media stuff. But while this journey continues, you have done the Presidential Takeover into those other states. And for the people remind them, what are Presidential's go-to premier hero products? What are those items?
Man, so at the heart, man, we're a moon rock company. We make moon rocks, right? So we take, flower from some of your favorite growers in each state, if you will, and then we add different concentrates to it, whether it be distillate or liquid live resin. We're going to come out with a rosin moon rock.
Rosin moon rock?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's cool.
And then coated in keef or diamonds or a mixture of the two. And that's what we do. And then we take those moon rocks and we put them in blunts, we put them in pre-rolls, we put them in 2-gram bags. And we've been known for collaborating with some of the best brands in the country, such as Rove, as you see.
Yep. You got the Rove. So shout out to Rove, man. They're also on the takeover nationally.
Oh man, yeah. Shout out to TJ and JoJo and Phil and Mark and the crew over at Rove. One of my favorite brands. Some of my favorite people in the industry. I got shout out my dog Chris Ball Family Farms. He kills it. Trendy over at Plan 13. Top Shelf cultivation with the Wosiwo.
Let's go.
So a bunch of the dope brands in California and in other states.
I remember going back to your original story of working with another company. You you wanted to do your thing. You ended up doing your thing. You create these products, your versions of it. You build out the branding. You guys really build and scale it out to this monster of being the number one blunt brand in America. All blunts, infused, non-infused, whatever it is. You guys are number one in that category. Um, what goes into a presidential collaboration, right? Is it being the best? Is it flavor? Is it genetics? How do you what is the mindset that goes into that curation for your partners?
Honestly, really, it's like for instance, in California, it's just the people I rock with, man, that I've known in the industry, like yourself, that you just bump into at different conventions. You get to know over years, and then they got good, solid brands. Like bro, when we first started doing collabs with bro, they weren't the coolest, hottest brand. People knew who they were, people knew who we were. But since we've done those collabs, we both have taken off, right? So it's been cool
Yep.
to see. Ball family, like he's got he's real tight with the culture, right? Like as they say, like he's got that market. So it gave us some street credit, if you will, to do a collab with him, give him some street credit in the reg world to do a collab with us, if you will. So it's a beautiful thing. And then as we go to these as we move to these new states, we're looking to see what products sell, what products are tapped into the culture, and what products are owned. They ran by people that we rock with, that are solid, good people. To be honest with you.
Good people that man. I'm in. With Brian and Top Chef, I've known them for a while. I have a similar relationship with Ro and Joe for the longest time. She was one of the first people that I met at the very first event I ever went to in California once I moved here. And so a lot of those people have stayed consistent.
Absolutely.
What do you think? What are some of those things that really go into that consistency? Of building a national brand. People want to be in one state and do it right. Maybe they get to a level of success where they can eventually scale. But now that you've done it and you're doing it and it's been a couple years, what are some of those key important things that you've really focused on as a team that has truly contributed to the consistency of your guys' success?
SOPs. You know what I mean? Making sure if you go to our facility in California, if you go to our facility in Nevada, you go to our facility in Arizona, making sure that the processes are the same, right? The quality of the product, is going to be as good as it can be, right? As we move across the country, we have found that the quality of the product is not going to be as good as it is in California in most of these markets, right? It's just not there.
This is what it is.
Right. So we try to find the highest quality product in those areas, and then follow the process, right? Make data-driven decisions, right, based off of what's selling, what the industry is telling us they like, right? Going to different events and stuff, and listening to the people, right? So making sure we have a little, you're tapped in with the local culture, right? You have SOPs that are national that you can standardize, right? And then, as you're growing, you need to be thinking about being a national brand. Me and my partner John, we wanted to be a national brand from the beginning, even when we were just in California. But we operated as that. We made our packaging to look like a national brand. So as we moved on to each market, we already got the play. We just got to run it for new people.
Right. No, that makes perfect sense. So having that plan and those SOPs in place, and then really staying on top of that, sticking to that mission and being dedicated to that.
Absolutely, having a brand identity, understanding who you are as a brand, right? But then also, as you go from state to state, tweaking it towards the local culture, right? And really answer how to be consistent, really to be consistent. That makes sense, right?
Pay attention to these things, folks. It is a difficult thing to do, but once you get going, it becomes harder to not be consistent because there's so much accountability naturally that goes into place. Success comes with accountability. Success comes with, in this case, more retailers needing more things, building bigger teams. What has it been like for you, building out the teams in these different states? Who is the person that works at a presidential?
Our team is small, man. Still me and my partner my partner John still do a lot of it, right? He's on the plane more now, and I just had a son not too long ago. So he's been on the move. He's 30 years older than I am. right? He thinks he's 25, but he be on the move more than I am.
Wow.
So he always has this thing that he's been beating me. You inspect what you expect, right? So that's what we do, man. So we go from to what we got a small team, and we check on each market, making sure our processes are being met, and we're sticking to SOPs, and our quality of our product is there. We're not running out of packaging, and if if any of the employees got a good idea or a cool idea, like making sure we're trying it out, and if they got an idea on how we can become more efficient, making sure we're trying, just keeping your hands on, right? Our team isn't too big. Like me and my partner, we don't have any outside investors. It's us. So every dollar we spend, it's got to be meaningful, purposeful, right, and strategic. So we got a small team, right? Our team's probably too small for how big we are, but we make it work.
We getting it done. Let's go. The presidential takeover, folks. An update for you guys. Coming here from Everett, co-founder. Co-partner. He's wearing a lot of the different hats. I've seen him all over the place for years. Again, we got an event coming up on March 18th here in Ventura, California. The Alrighty Then party right before Hall of Flowers the night before. If you're a budtender, if you're a buyer, come out. If you rock with us, just come out. If you just support, come out. If you're in the area and you hear this, you see this, you're welcome there. If you're 21 years old, we would love to have you. Feel free to reach out. You're rocking the merch. What role does you talk about your brand and building your brand and these SOPs and culture and things like that, what's going on with your brand from a merch perspective? You guys got other things people can buy, or can they go to your website and cop some stuff, that kind of stuff?
No, trash. That's the thing we need to get better at, man. So we're working, man. Actually had a meeting the other day with a friend of mine that owns a large merch company that works with a lot of brands, does their merch. A lot of artists does their merch, so we're gonna try to knock that part out.
That's dope, man. People love to see that. I've always been a big fan of your guys' merch, man. The logo that you have is dope, and then when you put two brands on your chest like that, those are the homies that gotta support.
We've had some cool drops, and people have definitely messed with it. We just gotta do a better job of keeping them coming, man. We just, like I said, we got a small team. We've been working on our expansion, so we gotta figure that out.
If someone's never tried presidential products before, what would be the reason why they should?
Man, I think we just gotta. For one, it's the strongest product there is, right? In my opinion, like you can have something that says it's 45% THC and ours is 45. It just hits different, right? The quality of the product, and then I think we got the best value product on the market, right? Because it is so strong, you're not going to finish the whole joint, right? You can put it out and enjoy it later, right? Get high again. So those are the reasons I think is because we're really taking some of the best flower and the best products from some of your favorite brands and just, I'm not gonna say make them better, but just enhancing them with more THC by turning them into moon rocks.
Yeah. What goes into a presidential moon rock in 2025? What are those ingredients from a quality standpoint, or you use this phrase from some of our favorite brands. Does that include the extract side of things as well, or primarily the flower element?
No, yeah, definitely both. So like with Ball Family Farms, they grow a bomb ass flower, right? Just he pheno hunts, he finds some exotics, he just grows bomb ass shit. He's got a cult following. So we'll take some of his flower and then we'll put live resin or distillate on it and coat in keef, right? Coat it in keef from his trim, right? Mm-hmm. To keep that essence of the flavor of the flower and stuff on there. And then we roll it in blunts, right? So for him, for THC design, for Ball Family Farms, for Trendy, those are flower collabs,
Top
right?
Shelf.
Top Shelf, man. The only thing top shelf, man, with the Wosi Wo, which is a 15-time Cannabis Cup winner, right?
That's when I met you guys back to back within 20 minutes of each other, you and Brian.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So and then we got people like Rove, we have Moxie. These are concentrate companies, right? So
I forgot. I forgot about your Moxie collab. That's right. They're one of the OG extract companies here, going back to that time when I met you, going back to 17 and 16.
They were actually the very first legal brand in California.
Wow.
So, yeah, those my dogs. And those guys over at Moxie.
I hope they're still around. I haven't seen their products in a while.
Man, they got caught up in that high time stuff. So,
Oh man.
but yeah, so basically with Rove, we're basically taking their vape pens, right? Their juice, and we're just infusing it into the flower and putting or diamonds on it, right? So
Yeah.
it's both. When I say favorite brands, yeah, it's concentrate brands and it's flower brands.
Dope.
We can do it both ways. That's the beauty of our product. Is it's so versatile. We can take we can take bomb flour, we can take bomb concentrate into normal flour. You can do whatever.
How cool is that, man? To be able to collab at that level with flour, with concentrate. And you mentioned rosin earlier too. Tell me,
Yeah,
can we talk a little bit about that? Are you able to share details?
yeah, man. We just have the guy we get our liquid live resin from. He's got the rosin in the bake form already, so it's more liquidy. So we feel like we could take that and use our process to infuse it and make moon rocks with it. So we're gonna try that, man. We got a collab we're working on with Maven coming down the pipe.
No way. Is that an art? Do people know about this yet?
That's it, man. I just sent my man Shane off I just sent him off the packaging renew. We're still working.
Oh my gosh, we got an RMR exclusive today, folks. We're
Yeah.
getting blessed. We got an Everett exclusive.
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay, so presidential times Maven collab on a
Yeah.
rosin rocks? Rosin
We'll,
moon rock?
we'll, we'll see, but we'll see. It's all in the works. We know we want to collab with each other. We're trying to work out the details. We got packaging you made, so Shane will be mad at me, but yeah,
Hey man, let's go. Let's pray to the infused rosin gods that we get that. Let's go. We want that.
if it
That
is,
is
it's definitely be a
so
rosin rock blunt. You know what I mean? You know how they have the
rosin.
liquid rosin, vapes now? They're
Yeah,
basically using that.
decarb rosin. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Genius. Love it, dude. These ingredients at the end of the day
Yes,
from
sir.
the earth, transformed into things, engineered and pressed and moon
Yeah.
rockified. I think I just made that word up.
I
Uh,
love it.
it's so cool. How creative and cool is that? And creating a new form factor for rosin altogether. Why has nobody done that? Why did we go THCA instead of rosin moon rocks? Why did that happen first? Why did snowballs come
It's
first?
easy, man. You just take the keef off and you just throw the THCA on there. It's easy.
I know, but the rosin would have been amazing years ago already. I just would have already, I would have, there's a chance I could. Oh, anyways, the collabs here go
Yeah.
crazy. So I,
Well, I didn't really, I'm not really a big concentrate guy, to be honest with you. I'm like, if it ain't presidential, if it ain't, I'm more of a flower guy. If it ain't just some bomb ass flower, I don't really know
yeah,
much
but
about it.
take your core principle of your collab anyways with your moon rocks. Great flower, great extracts, right? And you're pairing the two. You have your SOP, bam. What we're talking about is being able to take your best favorite flower from all your homies or however you curate, and then pairing it with rosin and also being able to have a third ingredient. You could keep it, you could diamond it.
Yeah.
You are talking about making music with weed with multiple creatives and producers on this,
Yeah.
and you're the DJ Khaled in the situation here.
Yeah.
It's so dope to see that, and that's how I look at it, because when I think about how excited I get with flower, and I think about how excited I get with live resin or rosin or whoever the extract company is, and then I think about, well, okay, well, who made it? Oh, this fashion designer put it all together. This blunt company, these guys did it, and it's all of it coming together in such a harmonious way. That is so exciting, and there is arguably in California. Uh, I don't know in the adult use space if there is a better group doing cannabis, their genetics, winning awards than somebody like a Maven. It's hard pressed to find a better group. There are potentially, right, whatever, weed quality is subjective, right, Everett? We've talked about this in
Yeah.
the past. It's different for everybody. People always have their opinion on quality, but the Maven group there has a great culture, great brand, their own dispensaries, their own genetics. They've won so many awards. How cool to see them collaborate with you guys in this space. What Everett, what is your favorite? Because I know you're not the hugest consumer, but I've seen you smoke. I've seen you try them, and I know you've been around a lot of people. Between your opinion and what you've generally heard feedback from others, what would you say is your top three products, or if you can't, hit me with the starting five?
Top five presidential products.
Yes, you could be your
Oh,
collabs, you could be solo SKUs. Just what's your favorite five, your top five, your best five?
man, my honestly, the Rogue Presidential Skywalker is definitely our best seller.
Yep.
Um,
Shout out to Skywalker.
yeah, man. Then we got collab with THC Design. Our pink cookies
Yep.
is fire. Me, I just like our regular, just our classic presidential. Just what I mean, no
That's
flavor,
just
no
yours.
nothing. Yep.
Yep.
And then I mean, anytime we do anything with Ball Family, then they fly. They fly the quickest. To be honest with you, that we do.
Yeah.
Because the craft farmer, he doesn't have as much to keep it going as regular as we would like. But like anytime those fly, so like he's got the Nino Brown. My favorite, honestly, my favorite one that we have done is the Daniel LaRusso
Okay.
and the Wosi Well with Brian, man. To be honest with you, those
Let's go. Yeah. Oh, it's great. You do have more than five bangers. It's hard to give you just a starting five
I
when you
keep
got
going
that.
too. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
in Nevada, we got we got our Ghost Train Haze out there with Nature's Chemistry. I mean, that one goes crazy. So we just dropped our Cherry Gelato with Rove too. That one's been going crazy in Nevada.
That was the one that you slid my way. That the last time I seen you at Esco's.
Yeah, Cherry Gelato's been going crazy.
Man, that was delicious.
Before he said that's been his number one seller too out there. So
you said which state?
In Michigan.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. And Everett, I'm so happy for you guys in this success. It has not been easy in California, and in some of these other states, it's pretty scary for these other groups. Are you guys seeing consistency in these other states? You're confident in them. You're still bullish on all of them, even if you're in them.
Man, yeah, absolutely, man. We've been blessed to withstand all the hardships, man, and still keep climbing, man. So Nevada has been great. With number one pre-roll and blunt brand out there. Michigan, number one blunt, top 5 or 6 pre-roll. Arizona, number one blunt, same thing, top 6 or 7 pre-roll. So, it's been good, man. And each month is getting better and better. Oklahoma's starting to pick up for us. We had some troubles out there. We got somebody trying to steal our brand. We had to restart. It's just crazy nonsense. But yeah, no, I think I'm chomping at the bit to launch in New York. I know that market is, they're hungry for presidential, man, and I think that market is going to be huge for us. Your hometown, your home hood, Washington.
Washington, how excited is that? We can talk offline about all that stuff, some of the details, because I definitely have some questions about that. But what will be your lineup in Washington for launching there, if you can share?
I'm sorry, say one more time.
What will be the lineup for Washington, if you're able to share?
The lineup for Washington, the same our classic flavors that we have: the grape, the watermelon, peach mango, the pineapple. But then we also got we're also launching strains of our own, no collab, just XJ13, Gorilla Glue. Our pink cookies that we have with THC Design, we're launching out there just solo, and a triple X. So yeah,
yep,
it should be dope. And then as we launch in the market, I need to tap in with guys like you to figure out who the local guys are that we need to be doing collabs with and tapping in with, and making sure that the culture out there,
When is that launch coming, Everett? How long do you got?
Man, I'll probably say May.
Nice, coming soon.
I want to get it there before 420. It's just not going to happen. So yeah, May, definitely by June we'll be in the market.
Coming in hot, man. That's so exciting. Washington State, folks, be prepared. Presidential, the number one blunt brand in the country, coming your guys' way, coming in hot. If you guys like the affordability while also packing the most potency, they were there for a previous version of products like this. Caviar Gold was there, and they were very popular. Another brand replaced them, called Mr. Twisters, for a period of time, and that was really popular. And there are some groups out there that do infused things. Jeter is not there, But you guys being there, I am particularly excited about. People definitely like this product. They're waiting for something new. This is innovative, especially if you think about the collab for extracts and other products. I've got some great recommendations for you out there for those kinds of things in the future. Um, and I'm just excited, man. Not a lot of brands go up there and do their thing, and so I wish you nothing but the best as you guys go through the Emerald City and as you explore the Evergreen State, man. It's going to be wonderful. But Nevada, Arizona, Michigan, what was the Massachusetts? No, what was
No,
it?
not yet, not yet, not yet.
Are those all of them? Am I finished?
Yep, Oklahoma. Yep.
Oh, in Oklahoma. That's right. That's right. How cool is that, man? Well, I've got a couple other questions for you. Let me dive back in here. In terms of, we're already 3 months in. We're just about at the end of the month, right? For Q1. What's next? What do you have on the horizon? We got Hall of Flowers next week. What do you got coming up next for presidential?
Man, New York. New York is next, man. We're 85% there. Waiting to get some biomass, get it tested, get it infused, and then we're off to the races. So trying to be on shelves by 420. We already got people, waiting for us. So yeah, New York is coming. We're coming.
New York farms with biomass. What are you looking for, Everett?
Man, I know indoor. I know it's hard to find indoor in New York, but I need indoor. I need high quality mixed light, trim, small, flower. I need liquid live resin. I need distillates.
As much as you can get your hands on.
Yep. Diamonds. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we will get that figured out for you here soon. I definitely can think of some people for that, which is exciting. But for those of you guys watching, feel free to reach out if that applies to you. Are there any upcoming drops, limited editions, any new collabs on the horizon immediately?
Yeah, man. I just met, like I said, I'm working with Shane over at Maven. We're trying to make something happen right now. Yep. I just sat down with my dog Chris Ball yesterday. We're going to drop some moon rocks, some Nino Brown, some Lord Charles moon rocks. We've only done blunts, but now we're actually going to drop the 2 gram moon rocks.
Yeah.
He's got a couple new flavors that he won a competition out. Turk Basil, I think, in Nevada, and then he got 3rd place in his Olympics. So we're gonna turn those strains into moon rocks and blunts. And then you can always look for another presidential roll collab coming down the pipe for the end of the year. Those have all been home runs. And then in Michigan, we got a collab with our partner Amnesia coming. Nevada, we got trying to find somebody to collaborate right now. So we're always looking, man, trying to just stay relevant, trying to come out with cool new drops, cool new strains, cool new flavors. Trying to keep the hype going, man. Trying to keep the strain moving, man.
Takeover on the wave continuing.
Yes, sir.
Man, it's always a pleasure to hang out with you, Everett, and just hear, and feel the passion, man, and just like to see you guys having the success across the country the way that you guys are, and to hear about these collabs and to try the products when I'm in town and get to go, have some pizza and go hang out and listen to some music. Like it's one of my favorite shits to do out here in California. Like living here in LA, it's like, such a blessing to be able to rock with you guys and just go enjoy music and smoke, again, some of the best weed in the world, right? Award-winning cannabis grown by people who really care, put together by people who've been doing it, who've been trapping, who sacrificed so much. It's just cool, man. Usually at this point in the episode, brother, I'd like to give somebody the floor. But before I give you the floor, I want to shout out our sponsor, sparkscan.com, folks. Marketing agency in cannabis. If you're a cannabis brand, if you're a retailer and you want to make more money on Weed Maps, you want to make more money on Leafly or Yelp, you got to get your review game up. You got to get your content game up, and you got to leverage the tools on Weed Maps and Leafly more effectively. My guy Kevin will help you guys do that, and so feel free to reach out, sparkscan.com, tap in. Everett, the floor is yours. If you have anything you'd love to share about people, if you can't think of anything, answer the question of if to these new states for the state of New York as your next, your next region you're going to be, really getting involved with in the community, speak to those people potentially about, the brand and what you guys represent, what you stand for, and what you're bringing to their area, right?
Yeah. Our facility is in Dumbo, Brooklyn, right? So, we're tapped into that community. All of our employees will be from Brooklyn, right? All of the presidential products will be made from farmers from New York, right? So for presidential, like we've been saying this whole episode, man, we try to find the best growers that have the best flower. We try to find the best labs that make the best concentrates, and we just try to put them together and make a even better product. And come out with cool strains, come out with cool terp flavor profiles, and package them up nice, and what I'm saying, make sure everybody stays high.
Keep them high, man. Presidential Takeover, folks. This was another episode of the California Cannabis Podcast. This is Everett, co-founder, co-owner of Presidential. If you get to California, if you go fly into LAX, you fly into Burbank, you fly into Long Beach, or you fly into Orange County, or wherever the hell you fly into in California, Presidential is literally within 10 minutes of that dispensary, guaranteed.
Absolutely.
Guaranteed, absolutely. If you are at your hotel, if you are staying at an Airbnb, you can get it delivered to you here all across California, in Arizona, in Nevada, in Michigan, in New York, in Oklahoma, in these other places. You might be able to do delivery. I don't know, but I'm speaking about California because you can. Here you can do it, and it's that easy, and it's an incredible product. They've won numerous awards. They've got phenomenal collaborations, and
if you're in Nevada, you're 10 minutes from your house. You're 10 minutes from Presidential anywhere. So
you're all over Nevada. You're at everyone.
Almost 85% of them.
Let's go, man. And that's what it is, folks. They are the number one blunt brand in America. So as a dispensary owner, buyer, manager, bud tender, this is a brand to learn about. This is a brand to ask for. And if you are a consumer, definitely something to consider for yourself or a gift or even to bring to a party or any of those situations where you are trying to get high as fuck. I can promise you that the Moonrock experience is legit. Or if you haven't smoked a Moonrock recently, why not switch it up and just go buy an eighth of Moonrocks and roll up a blunt and see if you still got it. So simple as that. Everett, appreciate you for your time, brother. Thank you again, man.
Hey, before I go, man, shout out to you, man. You've been out here hustling for a long time, staying relevant, grinding with the Respect My Region. So shout out to you, brother. I'm proud of you, man.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. I literally drove down and knew nobody when I went to that High Times thing. One person got me in there that worked for High Times that was from Washington, walked me in. I saw Brian win an award, said hello. I didn't know him anymore, so I was standing there awkwardly because I didn't know anybody there. I walked around the thing, saw your brand doing your thing with you hustling there. 2 or 3 years later, I'm there moving here in California, and I see you when I'm hustling at the Litco thing. I have very, very specific memories throughout my journey doing Respect My Region, and you, my friend, have played a really inspiring role in that, helping to affirmate my journey as I hustle and continue figuring out pivots or weed or helping you in New York or whatever it is, right? So it's a fun time, man, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do, because I definitely enjoy watching you keep killing it, bro.
I love this shit.
Let's go. I love this shit, man. Presidential. Let's go. Make sure you guys tap in, man. Like, follow, subscribe. This is the California Cannabis Podcast. Respect My Region. Sparks Cam Presidential. Make sure y'all